Okay, so Hayley, co-host of the podcast, one of my best friends in the world. I called her the other day. She answers. I said, "Hey mate, are you at home?" She's like, "Who's this?"
Who is it?
She hasn't got my number saved.
I'm so sorry. It was
So
so
rude.
embarrassing.
I
I was
know.
like,
What? I was with other
sorry,
people.
who's
They were like,
that?
"Do you not know who? Do they not know who
So
They were looking at
embarrassing.
me like she's not as good a friend as she
No.
is now."
Yeah. Just secretly like blocked your number.
Literally.
I'd like to just say though, I have saved your number now, so
Yeah.
that won't happen again. No more embarrassing moments.
Yeah, she hadn't saved it when I changed it recently.
It was your new number,
Yeah,
It was your
my new
personal
number.
rather than your business one. So
Yeah.
it's all good
There
now
you
though,
go.
guys.
It was
all
a
good
personal
now.
call, so
It was.
Should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, I'm Hannah,
And I'm Hayley,
and we are your wedding planning experts.
here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it,
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice on what happens on a wedding day,
with a few tips thrown in between.
and also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And let's get you wet. Woo.
Woo!
How are you?
I'm good.
I wouldn't know
am.
'cause she doesn't answer the phone.
Look, it's because I'm actually busy, actually doing some work for once.
She's lying. She's sunbathing because today it is 18 degrees.
It's so nice outside. It's
Isn't it
absolutely
lush?
beautiful.
Oh, it's so nice. So nice. Spring is
Love
here.
it.
Spring is upon us.
Spring has sprung. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it literally
really
has. Spring actually officially started on Monday, so
good. Yes, and a
there you
lot of
go.
my couples for like April, or like when I'm doing my final meetings, they're saying to me, "I really hope this weather's going to be like this next month." I'm like,
yeah.
I can't guarantee in the UK.
Drip, 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 little April showers.
No, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Someone said this to me the other day about something about wind in March and then
Yeah,
rain.
yeah. And
Was it
that's-
you?
that-
Maybe it was
No,
you.
it wasn't me, but I
Oh.
have heard that. Yeah,
I have
it's
never
meant to
heard
be
of that.
windy. It has been really windy though.
Mm.
Well, it has where I am anyway.
Yeah, that's what I
It's been,
mean.
like,
Yeah, it's been
ridiculous.
so
One of my fence panels is like come over.
Yeah, one of ours did, thankfully, the day
Yeah.
before we were getting our fence redone. So that was
Oh,
good.
that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd never heard of that. So there you go. If you want a windy wedding, have it in March. If you want
Yeah. Don't wear a veil.
Yeah. Oh God, wind and veils, not a fun time.
Gosh, yeah. Actually makes me cringe that was one of my actual fears, that my veil would like be ripped off my head
I've
and
had
like
it
blow
happen.
away.
Yeah, I had
Oh
it
my
happen in an
gosh,
outdoor
yeah.
wedding, and it got like caught on a bush, and I had to like
Oh my
grab
God.
it. Yeah, that
No.
wasn't fun. She like fell backwards. I
No.
shouldn't laugh. This is about 6 years ago, so I feel like I can laugh now. But she was like, "Whoa,
Yeah. Whoa.
yeah." This is the
Whoa.
problem
Took
with
off.
wind. A lot of people say
Yeah.
this with outdoor weddings. Everyone focuses on the rain, but wind is
Wind
just
is
a
not your
bastard.
friend.
It blows
Yeah.
everything over. Glasses, the
Yes.
stationery goes everywhere.
Oh.
Vases fall
Yeah,
over.
because do you remember we did that style shoot? The
Oh
flowers
my
fell off.
God. I thought we were all going to take off. It was really hot
Literally.
as well, wasn't it?
When
It
was that? What time of year? Was that March or
I feel
something
like
around
it was
that time?
August.
Oh,
No, it
yeah, I
was
think
like
you might be
proper
right.
summer. It was COVID. So it was like
Yeah.
once the world had
Yes.
opened up again. So I feel like it was August.
Oh.
Like once we were allowed to do a few things again, we did this styled shoot and it was so hot. Like we were sweating our butts off, bright
Yeah.
sunshine, which did not help with the photos. But it was so windy.
So windy. It's
Literally.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Not fun.
Well, my week has been full of flowering. I have been freelancing, which has
I
been
can
really
imagine.
cool.
Oh, nice.
And also it has just been Mother's Day, and I had a
Yes.
lot of deliveries going
Mm.
out for people, which is, I really like it. It's really nice to deliver on Mother's Day. She likes spreading the
Yeah.
flowery joy to the mums, and sometimes
Oh,
they come
cute.
to the door and they're like in their dressing gowns. They're like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Aw.
So yeah, so that is really nice. But yeah, and I've had a really exciting inquiry come through for a wedding this year, actually this summer. So I am hoping that becomes a booking,
Ooh,
because
why is it
it'll be
exciting? Tell us about
awesome.
it.
So it's just really big.
It's real big.
It's a big one, and it'll be in Oxford where we worked before. So
Is
hopefully, Yeah.
Have you got a consultation booked in with them?
I did it yesterday,
Ooh.
so I've gone through everything. So I'm going to put together a mood board and everything. I've already been putting the feelers out for freelancers because if I do get
Nice.
it, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
you
to
need some
have a lot of
serious.
help. But
Wow, what date is it?
yeah, it's the 26th of June, so it's a Friday.
Nice. Well, I
Yeah, it's
am
a
free
Friday.
if you need any help,
Oh
or
my
if
gosh,
if
yeah.
they require a
If
coordinator.
they need somebody,
You know where I am. Nice, exciting stuff. Nice. And yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
can't
did
wait.
think that you would be super busy. I did wonder if this is also why you were a bit weird on the phone, because it was Mother's Day. So I didn't know if you were thinking, like, is someone ringing me about a bouquet?
Someone,
Is someone
yeah,
chasing me up for their
someone
mother?
chasing me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always
yeah.
get the anxiety. This is why I need to do what you've done and get a separate personal and business number.
Yeah, true. Do it, mate.
Because I honestly would be better at replying to friends and stuff if I had a.
Yeah.
Because I will be honest, like I don't mind when like obviously brides and stuff will WhatsApp me and it's actually
Yeah.
easier because like you
Yeah.
send photos and it's
Yeah,
just
100%.
instant, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But sometimes if I just don't want to like deal with work, I literally
Yeah.
just don't go on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
But then that
100%.
means I miss messages from friends.
Exactly.
So
Or I used to find that you do need to go on WhatsApp because you're like meeting a friend or something, and then you would see
Yeah.
work stuff. Even like with us, with
Yes.
the podcast, like you don't kind of want to be like, because as soon as you start, I don't like, I'm the kind of brain
No, I know what you're
that if I
saying.
see it
Yeah.
mentioned, then I'll start thinking about it, and then you go into kind
Yeah.
of work thoughts
Mode.
almost, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I 100% think you should do it. And
Yeah.
honestly, I can't
Yeah.
get over how cheap eSIMs are these days. Like literally, my SIM card for my new personal number is £4 a month. Like,
Oh yeah,
what the
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's
Oh,
your
nice.
week been anyway?
Yeah, not too. I would say it's gone from. There's been a bit of a roller coaster week. I'd say it went more
Yeah.
like low to a bit higher.
Oh,
No, high to low to high. But
ups and downs, peaks and
so, and
troughs.
I think when we last spoke, I was about to go off to a tasting, wasn't I? Was that day? I feel like it was. Anyway,
Oh no, that was. I think that might have been the week before. You did a tasting that you couldn't. Was it a tasting with someone that you couldn't do over something you couldn't do over Zoom?
oh, that was the catering meeting, yeah. And then we
Yeah,
actually
and then you
went
went
to the
to a.
tasting. Yeah, I
Ah,
couldn't remember
okay,
if it was
yeah.
after our last record. I think it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so went and did the tasting. So it was the couple, both sets of parents, and I gave them a little speech at the start. I was like, "Look, guys, we're not here for fun. We're here for business." Which they all found really funny.
Oh,
I was like, this isn't a social
this is not a
family
social
dinner.
event. Yeah.
We need to be focused. And they were all like, and the couple were like, I'm really glad you said that because you are right, because we will just sit here and
Yeah.
chat and not do a lot.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
cute.
caterer gave them all these forms to fill out and mark. And I was like, don't worry about those because it's just another thing to think of. But Jesus, like it was really good. And I love this couple. Really, really nice. Parents are lovely. The food was incredible. But wow, there was a lot going on because the caterer is one of these people that's just like, she wants to do a really good job. So she's like throwing all these different ideas out there and she was bringing out
Oh,
all
wow,
these dishes
okay.
and she was like, oh, I know you wanted this, but I've also made this as well. And there was just a lot going on and there was a lot of voices and my brain was sore afterwards. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
there was just a lot going on. A lot of like, because I'm trying to I basically just jot down everything everyone's saying. So yeah, when you've got like 6 people saying things and the caterers saying things, and yeah, there was it was a lot for my ADHD brain. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, wow. But it all went really well, and they're just so nice. Like, because I always go to a tasting a bit like it is your thing, so I kind of sit to the side with my laptop, take the notes. They can ask questions, whatever. I'll be asking questions that I need to ask to the caterer.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, join us. And the caterer hadn't set a place for me, and they like made them set me a place. And we're like, no, oh, Hannah, try this. Oh, try this. And I was just like, oh, it's so nice. Bless
That is
them.
nice. That is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it,
So that was
it
really
far away you had to go for that?
yeah, to go
or was
north.
it, like-
Well, North London, which actually isn't too bad for me because I'm literally like junction 1 of the M1, and it was like, no, I'm not junction 1. I'm junction 18 of the M1, and this was like junction 4. So I was basically just on the M1 for
okay.
like just over an
Yeah.
hour. So it's not too bad.
Okay,
To
not
be fair.
too bad. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
North
that's
London's
alright.
quite a good, for me.
good
South London can't be
access.
dealing. Central
Yeah,
and South,
that
I'll
is.
get the train.
Yeah.
But to go to North London, I had to literally go into Central and then tube out and then walk for 20 minutes. And I was just like, no, I'm just going to drive. So I just drove. So It's all
Fair
good.
enough. Yeah.
But so then was off this weekend. I decided Friday was just one of those days. Like there was just a lot going on. There was a few things that irritated me, things that weren't going right. So I was like, do you know what?
Oh.
Monday, I've not got any meetings. I've got a really busy rest of the week. I'm working next weekend. So, and also last week, I think I said in the podcast last week, I was driving here, there, and everywhere. Like, there
Yeah.
was so much going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take Monday off. So I was like, I'm going to have a 3-day weekend. Decided this at 5 p.m. on Friday. So, yeah. And then, got my personal phone out. Great. The flaw was, so I'm in Milton Keynes with my friends shopping. And I'd gone to, I think, to WhatsApp someone, clicked on the wrong WhatsApp. Even though they're on different pages, I'd just automatically gone to the business one.
Yeah.
Had this message from Chloe saying, I don't know who that review is from. And I'm like, what? So obviously me being me, I'm in freaking Milton Keynes in Zara.
Oh no.
Looking at this, like, what's going on? What's going on? Literally walking with my friends, like typing.
Oh, I can just imagine how it makes your stomach drop, right?
Yeah, and because I thought, well, Chloe wouldn't say that. If it was a good review, she'd have screenshot.
Yeah,
and
you
been
wouldn't.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we'd had this review that had been put up. It was a 2-star review. But we were so confused because it was basically from an alias. So it's called like Punk Panther, and it's got like a cartoon image.
So fake.
Yeah. And it said that they got married last summer. And the thing is, straight away, so in my obviously shopping brain, tried to switch off from work. I've just had a banana tree, which you know how all in I go with a banana tree, you know.
Too right.
So I'm full. I've got shopping bags. My friends are chatting to me. So
Oh.
straight away I'm like, no, that's not like, that's just like, it's spam. So then I went on my email, and your email, Google email you the name of the person. They don't show that, but they send you the name of the person. But the name was not someone that we've ever had a booking with. So we were really confused. And I was like, every
So
wedding that we
weird.
had last year, we've either spoken to or we've had a review, we're all good. So it was really weird. But the only thing that kind of like I was confused about was it mentioned, well, it said Chloe's name, but as a question mark. It was like her assistant think her name was Chloe, question mark. So then we were a bit like, well, maybe they've just got Chloe's, because she's named in quite a lot of reviews. So maybe they've just got her name from there, but they've got the wrong business. So instantly I'm like, they've got the wrong business, because the name that was sent through to me was a normal name. Wrong business. So anyway, I replied to it and was like, I think you've got the wrong business. If you can please remove this, or email me if you think that what I'm saying is incorrect. I more just put that so I didn't sound like I was just being like, get rid of it, you know, because to me, I'm like, this isn't about my business. They've just got the wrong wedding planner, basically. Anyway, carried on with my weekend. Obviously, it still plays on your mind, doesn't it? Things like that.
Things like this would be. I actually, you carry on what you're saying, because similar things sort of happened to me ish.
Yeah.
If basically, it's not your fault, right? You know it's not.
Yeah, because to me, and I wasn't stressed about it, because I was like, well, they've just got the wrong business. But you're thinking, are they going to take it down though? Like, are they going to see my reply? Like all these kind of things.
Like, is this going to have like a knock-on effect? And like, for me, it was just quickly. I'll just say it was basically that I had some flowers that in someone's bouquet wilted. And they told me about it, obviously, but it was like a specific variety. So it was a hydrangea. Now they are really temperamental.
Yeah, they are.
But I've had, like, obviously I know I would have heard from other people. So you feel like, perhaps they've not done like them properly. Like, but you don't want to say that. But at the same time, it's like, well, I know it's not something I've done, but it still made me feel awful. And I'm like, this is a reflection on like my business.
And
it's
like a freelancer
spiraling.
Or something had done them for you.
No. So I'd done them. It was my stock, but it was like there's nothing wrong with the stock. It was all fresh and it's all been cared for properly. So I don't know what's happened between like them going from here to there.
Whoever
they like
delivered
literally,
them.
you know, and it's just a bit like, but you know, they were fine when they got there, and then like obviously they've wilted over like a day of being there, which they shouldn't. So but then I'm like, oh my god, like this looks so bad, and like what can I do? And like I'm like spiraling out of control because it's just like the way we are. I don't.
Yeah, it's true. Well, then I kind of was like, maybe it's just someone that's got it in for me. Well, first off, I thought Chloe because I've put her name, so I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that's weird. Why have they mentioned Chloe? Anyway, so carried on with my weekend, kind of in the back of my mind, and then so
Yeah.
came back to my desk on Tuesday, and I ended up doing this Monday, even though I weren't working. I was like, I'm
Oh,
fucking
see, this
looking
is
into
not
this.
fair. So
I know,
annoying, isn't
I know, but
it?
you know
So
what I'm like.
annoying.
I just
Oh,
have
well, I
to.
would be the same though.
Yeah. Also, my car went wrong at the weekend as well, so that just really
Mm.
added to the whole while I was
Oh.
driving to Milton Keynes.
Oh,
Um,
for.
I know,
Oh.
I know. So this is like a bad day. Anyway, we had a great time. I had a great time with my friends, but anyway, and then so start looking at. Basically, I've investigated it a bit more, and I think it's basically a malicious. It's malicious. I think
Yeah.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a
So
couple of different
sad.
options. There's a couple of different options that it could be, but I am
Yeah.
investigating further. I can't say any more than this because I am taking it further.
Yeah. But we
Um,
will have updates. We will
yeah,
have
because it is
updates when you
classed
can.
as being malicious and basically trying to
It's
what's the
defamation
word?
of character,
That's
defamation of your
there you
business or whatever.
go.
Yeah,
There you go. So I am
it's
taking it
terrible.
further. So I won't say, and it's really upsetting. And I thought I'd
Yeah.
just talk a little bit about like a negative reviews. So obviously we
Yes.
understand as businesses, everyone's human. No one can be perfect. Things might go wrong sometimes as a business. And I know quite often, we talk about give businesses good reviews and stuff. And we have had couples write into us and say like they're having a bad experience or like what should they do. So in terms of negative experiences, now I thought I'd just give a little bit on like what I do in this scenario, and then I thought
Yeah.
if you say what you would do in this scenario, and then like where you want to do it the right way, basically as a couple. So I mean, to be really frank, without tooting my horn, as Haley says, haven't really had to deal with this very much. I've probably only had a couple of instances, very small instances.
Yeah.
But back from when I was in venue and catering for 10 years, had to deal with this more regularly because obviously there's more people involved, there's more things to go wrong, So have had to deal with negative stuff. So as a couple, and I actually also had to deal with this for my own wedding. So as a couple, I think it's very important straight away to just get in touch with the supplier.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to bring it up. I think, and I think just take that approach, like directly contact them, just to let them know, air your grievance for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. That's your first port of call.
First port of call, yeah. So put it in an email because I do think sometimes people are like, I'll just ring them. But I do understand what people are. Sometimes I would rather have it because if someone just called you out of the blue and was like, weren't happy with X, Y, Z, it kind of takes you back a little bit. So I always think anything negative. Yeah, I always feel like even if it's like to a friend that you're annoyed with or something, like it's best to put it in a message that gives them time to like take it in.
Think it over. Yeah.
So bullet point it out, whatever. My next port of call is then to book in a call because it's then easier to just discuss on a call. Once they know, you as a couple know what you're annoyed with. I as a supplier know what you're annoyed with, right? So I will then take notes down, whatever, go into a phone call, air it out, have a chat through it. There might be, things from both sides. And at that point, at the end of the call, for me, it's either, are we both happy? Do we leave it there? Or does it need to be investigated? And I've had a situation last year where it had to be investigated. At that point, you as the couple need to go away and maybe either get the supplier more information. It might be that there's things that weren't quite, that the supplier was confused about, or it might have been something that the venue was involved with or another supplier. So you need to go away and do any investigating that you need to do with. Maybe it's that a guest has said something and you need to go back and have a conversation with them. And the supplier probably will need to go away and investigate it because like you say there, it's like, who's delivered the flowers or who, I have assistants that work for me. Yeah.
You have to build up a full picture so that you can come
100%.
back with answers and, ways that you can like rectify an issue because until you've done that, you're actually just going off of hearsay and things. You actually need knowledge and you need information. You can't just go off of, like a few, minor details, for example.
And then at that point, an investigation will happen and then it's booking in another call. And hopefully you get to the point where it is, you can resolve it between you. Or, sometimes I do think things need to come to a point where it's like, well, you kind of got to agree to disagree or whatever. negative reviews, I think 100% are just. It's quite rare that I leave a negative review, but I have the odd time, and the
I've done it
times
a
when,
couple of times,
yeah,
but
the
yeah.
times when I will leave a negative review is if they've just completely ignored me. I think that's really bad business management or business practice. Or even if you've and I don't just mean to an email, because it could just be that their email's gone to junk or something. I've tried to call them and they've maybe hung up on me or something along those lines.
It's
So
so
I've tried
bad,
a couple
yeah.
of
It's
I've tried a couple of
justified, yeah.
formats. Yeah. Or they're really rude. I mean, everyone has a bad day, but if they're rude multiple times, if they're like, no, I don't want to speak to you about this, then yeah, 100% bad review
Yeah.
is just.
You're getting on.
Yeah, literally. Or if after these calls, you don't feel like it was, if it wasn't handled in the right way, or they just say, no, I'm not going to investigate that because this is my point. And, if they only want to hammer home their point and there is no kind of, okay, well, we need to look into it further. Can you go away? And, if they just don't seem like they are willing after a call to look into it any further, then yeah, a negative review is just. A negative review is unjust when like if you've emailed a supplier and said, I'm not happy about X, Y, and Z, and then you straight away leave a Google review, that's really out of order. If the supplier is
100%.
investigating it and you leave a Google review, that's really out of order.
You need to give them a chance to respond. You can't just, and the thing is that I really don't like about a Google review specifically is that you can leave that and it just stays there, and you can't, you can obviously start the process of trying to get it removed because you feel like it is unjust, it's fake, obviously the one that you've said about, it's not a genuine review.
Yeah, it's not.
But they'll leave it up while they're trying to investigate it, so it's there, and it's still for example, you may have a 5-star review, and then when someone leaves you 1 star or whatever, and it literally brings it down, and people are going to see that, and that is just such a bad reflection on what, because it's an untruth, it's not real, it's not, and also, but people are so quick these days to just do it, I think, and I think it requires and I think that's what we're trying to say to people is really you think about what you're doing. If it's a small business, okay, you might be angry, but I think give them a chance to respond.
Yeah, definitely. And I do also think even after the situation, say for example, I don't know, you've done the flowers for their wedding, right? And they loved everything, they loved all the table decorations, but the bouquet was, I don't know, it was late, or
something
or
like
it was wilted or whatever. I do think you've got to really think about, okay, if you think it's worth mentioning, because that is the point of a review, is being really honest, but what is that score? You get 5 stars on Google, so if you've done everything really good and there's just one little thing, really think, don't just go in at a 1 star or something.
A 1 star,
if you feel like it needs to, I mean, I think it depends on you as a person. I think you either have a really good review or you have a really, really bad review if you've had a really bad experience. That's the only time I'd ever leave anything.
I don't bother with a review if it was average. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't go in there and be like, oh yeah, 3 stars. What's the point? You might as well just, I want to review you because I had a great time.
Go all in, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I contacted you and said, Hayley, I just want to pass this feedback on. It was amazing. I absolutely, you did a great job. I will just pass on that, you were late with my bouquet. It did cause me a bit of stress, whatever. If you then just ignored me or came back rude, then I'd leave you a bad review. But if you came back and was like, I'm so sorry, there was traffic, or they were but I do apologize, it wasn't I was upset that happened as well. Then I just wouldn't mention it. What's the point? They're clearly
even though this is a fake scenario,
care about you. Yeah,
it's giving me anxiety.
This is a fake scenario.
Oh my god.
So anyway, that hit the weekend a little bit, but I hope that just helps, because I think sometimes it is knowing when is it just, sometimes you leave a bad review and is it okay to do, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm nice, I don't know, that I will just think actually to myself, reminded is this okay?
Me. So when we went away, this is going back to Airbnb again, not the one I just recently stayed at, but when we went away to Crete, we had a really lovely time. The place was really nice, and I think there was just a couple of things, but I still left a 5-star review, but it was just like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, like this, just a couple of things.
Well, you can do that. Do you know what? Actually, I think Google should do that. You just remind me on Airbnb. There's a box, like an improvement box that nobody sees, but
and only
the
they
owner.
see.
I think that's a really good idea. Google should do that.
Yeah, yeah. Listen up, Google. You should do that.
God, Google,
but anyway, I think I don't even know why what happened between.
Right.
So I definitely left a 5-star review, but the woman actually messaged me and she was like, I don't understand why you've not left me a 5-star review. Because everything, you were happy with everything, like really, like she got really shitty, and I was like, but I left you a 5-star review. But it was like, I felt a bit annoyed because I was like, but even so, like, you can't message someone and like demand that they put a 5-star review, for example, if I wasn't entirely like that was crossing the line, crazy. I think. Like, it was almost like she was like in the top however many percent in Airbnb, like for her 5-star reviews, and I thought, is this how you're getting them then? Because you're like forcing people to change it to 5 stars.
Maybe, but also it's like, you understand if she'd message and be like, oh, I'm so sorry that it wasn't 5-star. Like, what can I? I'm really like that approach was like
almost wanted me to change. I wanted to change it then to a 4-star.
Yeah. That's
oh dear.
I always struggle as well when it's like something somebody is saying to you when you're like, I used to have this a lot when I worked in venue, and you're literally sitting there and someone's saying to you like, this because it's that whole customer's always right thought process, isn't it? And I can tell you now from 10 years in catering and venue, the customer is not always right. And there's sometimes things that people will say about, like, especially staff, when you know your staff like inside and out, and they're like, oh, they did this or they said that, and you're sitting there thinking, they would never use that language. But it's so hard because you can't say to someone. And I do think situations like that, sometimes it is a bit like, especially when it's not them direct. If it's them talking about, say me and you are having a conversation, and I'm talking to you're talking to me about something somebody else has said about something somebody else in my team. It'd be like your mum saying something about Chloe, and it's a bit like, well, you don't actually really know what was said, and I don't actually really know what was said.
No.
It's all hearsay, isn't it? I don't like that.
That's it.
And I used to get that a lot in venue. It would be like the groom would come and be like, oh, well, or like the bride has said about this bar member, and you're like, oh, like, this is really hard because I can't sit here and be like, oh, that's horrific, yes, I'm giving you a refund, because when you know that person so well, you're like,
they wouldn't act that way.
all you can be like is, oh, I'm really, apologies.
Yeah, like, what did you do to trigger that reaction?
Yeah, but I always like struggle with the wording of that, because it's like you almost want to be like, you don't want to say like, well, that definitely didn't happen, but you almost don't want them to feel like you're saying they're a liar. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just a difficult
tricky, isn't
territory.
it?
So basically,
hard.
this is really, really bad. Don't do it. That's wrong for me to say, because you should always be able to give like full what you think, but that is just what I think anyway.
Just think about it a bit more.
Just on from that weekend again, so we then went to see Legally Blonde that night, the show in Milton Keynes. That's why we were staying for the weekend, and we had an email. Again, I was in Zara. No, I don't think I was in Zara.
Get out of that shop.
I think I was in River Island, right? I need to it was a bad omen for me that day. And I just click on my email. I don't even know what I was looking for. I think I was looking for like some sort of membership card or what. Oh no, I was returning an item, so I was looking for the order number.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Email flashes up from the theatre just to let you know there's been loads of sickness in the cast. I'm like, here we freaking go.
Do you know what? It's funny you should say this, because I actually popped up on, like when you get like on Facebook or whatever, and it was like from MKFM had shared the article that the lead actress was ill.
Yeah. Amit Davies, the Love Island gal.
That's it.
Yeah, she was sick. There was quite a few people that were sick. Anyway, so it said that it would be a concert performance instead, which I kind of know from my theatre days, but it kind of varies. But essentially, anyway, we went that night, and it was basically the cast sat in a semicircle on a chair. They were in one outfit, but they didn't change their outfit. There was no props, so they'd be like, oh, here is this, and they'd like pretend to hand it over, and
that's so strange.
two of the cast members had a script that they were reading off, singing off when they got up, so they would stand up to do their scene, and so they would then bring their pink folder with them, to read out of. Do you know what? straight away. So I had to email ATG, who have not emailed me back. So again, if ATG are listening, please email me
Oh
back.
my God.
So again, I was like, it's so great that you did that. You still went ahead. You didn't just cancel. Like, and also some of these cast members stood in like 24 hours beforehand. Like, bravo! Like getting up on stage and not knowing and having to read out of a folder.
That's
Like, that must
fair.
be
I couldn't do
freaking
that.
imagine the
Yeah.
anxiety. Yeah. And you as a
Yeah.
performer want to do like your best. And they were incredible as well. Like one of the girls, literally 24 hours before, she's reading off a script and her voice was insane. And she like
Yeah,
hit
that's
every
actually
note. I'm like,
impressive.
but at the same time, I haven't seen the actual show. I haven't seen the real dog because they had a teddy dog, but as the character for the dog instead of the real dog. There's no props. It got a bit confusing about because some in West End shows, as you know, or any show, sometimes one person will play like 4 different roles. So it was really confusing. There's like a guy in a football kit playing her dad because he also is the footballer and the dad and the whatever.
Oh.
So I obviously now want to book to see it again, but I've paid and it was always, we spent £70 a ticket, so it wasn't cheap.
Oh yeah, it's not cheap. Yeah.
So I've gone in very like positive, like we really appreciate it. And I've seen a few people do the same on the Legally Blonde Instagram page. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I kind of want some money back or to be able to book somewhere else because
Like
you
again.
made the decision to go ahead.
Yeah.
They didn't even give us the, do
Like
you want
an
to come or
option.
yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to see the show, so I need to rebook.
Yeah,
so
'cause
I'm
it's
either
not-
out of
you've
pocket
not-
or
Yeah.
So again, it's
You've
one of
not
those
got what you
situations
paid for,
where
essentially.
yeah, I feel like a bit of a knob because everyone was so like, yay, positive, like, oh my god, so great that you're doing this. But at the same time, I feel like
Yeah.
a dick to be like, well, I want my
You're
money
like,
back.
yeah.
So yeah, it
But
was
you're
a bit
right in
of
what you say though.
Yeah.
You didn't get what you paid for essentially, and you'd like to go
exactly.
again. So like, even if they could give you like a half price ticket, like even that would be something, right?
yeah, or just put you onto another show. Like
Yeah.
that you can see if you can make it to another
Yeah.
area and they've got tickets left, like just give me a seat,
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So yeah, so it was a
just
bit
do
of an
it.
epic fail weekend now, wasn't it? It was nice, but yeah. That was
Oh.
my week.
Literally, I'm like, oh my god, that review. When you told me about it, like talking about it, I was just so
know.
angry, and I felt bad
It
because I
is.
know what it's like, and
Mm.
like obviously, for me, like obviously, with working with fresh produce, it's difficult. So you are actually kind of at the hands of it, really, in some ways. Like obviously, we get stock come in; it's come from all over the world. Sometimes we cut it, we condition it, we make sure it's like top stock. But things happen where they do. Either the customer, the person who's received them hasn't followed the care instructions, because that's an iffy one.
Mm.
And then they've not lasted, because they should last for a certain amount of
Yeah.
time, and especially more than a day. But it's like, I mean, I've never, touch wood, had a complaint for a wedding.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like retail flowers is
Talk that
different.
up. Yeah.
Oh my god, no, yeah. But it's
There we go.
you know,
Hey. It's one of them,
it's just
isn't
one
it?
of those things. It's
Yeah.
it just sends you into a spiral though, and I do
Well,
understand.
it
how
does,
you
and it
feel
makes
for
you, and then you're like, why do I even do this? This is why I shouldn't be self-employed.
Yeah.
This is the negative being
Yeah.
self-employed, because you had a bad review when you're employed.
Oh,
you take it
yeah.
to your boss, they deal with it.
That's
So,
it. It's so much more personal, so I
Yeah.
can see why it would have bothered you.
Yes.
Cool. Well, this week is our This or That episode. So we
Yes.
popped out on our socials our question for you, and this week it was favours. Are you having
Yes.
favours? Are you not having favours? So if you don't know, they're those funny little things that you put on the table for guests
A guest
at your
favour.
wedding.
I wonder
A
what it's
guest
called. A
favour.
favour. We probably need to look
Yeah,
into
like,
this. Like a
what?
favour. Because it's
Yeah.
more of a gift, isn't it? Like a thank you. It's a thank you.
Yeah,
What's
like,
the
cheers for
word? Like,
coming.
not a gift, but like it's like a gesture of goodwill kind of
Yeah,
gesture.
yeah.
Like a small gesture. Small
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah,
thank
that's a
you
little
gesture.
something.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
something. That's what we'll call it.
Little something. But I mean, we spoke about it before quite a few times. So I personally didn't have any favours for my wedding.
No.
I did.
Did you? No, why do I always think you had
No,
macarons?
this
Because we
we
had
said-
another wedding, same venue. No,
Yeah.
you had no macarons.
Did you didn't have favours, did you?
No, I did toy with having macarons, but I thought wrong audience. I
Yeah.
don't feel like my family and
Wrong-
friends. I don't know. Some
Yeah,
of them would
I'd have
appreciate
loved
it. You
it.
would
I
have.
love a
You would have
macaron.
done. I had a
100%.
little welcome. I had a little welcome card on there for you to scan.
Yeah.
For you to upload your photos. But yeah, no favours, no
Yeah,
favours,
no
no point.
favours,
And the
no
amount I've
favours.
binned in my time.
Yeah, see, this is it. I
ridiculous.
think we're
Yeah.
both on a similar kind of page
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So we put the question out to you guys, the
Yeah.
listeners, and we have the results back. So drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
So it was 50-50.
Was it?
It
Oh, I'm
was,
really
yeah. So we had
shocked about that.
we had a lot of responses on this actually, which was really good. But yeah, it
Okay.
was split
Well,
50-50, which
I'm
I was
intrigued to see the
surprised.
comments. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the comments?
So I'm gonna go through the no's and then I'll do the yes.
Okay,
So
awesome.
no. So they will have pictures for the memories. It's just another thing to think about and worry about.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because a lot of people think, oh, people need to remember my wedding for the rest of their lives. They get something
Yeah.
engraved with like their name and date. Like, you don't need that.
But
Yeah, you got the
yeah,
photos.
I mean, not gonna lie, I've had them at weddings I've been to and I don't know where they are.
No,
You
yeah,
know, so
same.
no
Yeah.
offense to those
I
people.
don't
But
think I have any kind of favour, and I'm just looking around my
yeah,
desk now. I don't have
like where are
anything.
yeah, literally.
No,
There's
no,
nothing here.
nothing here. All I have is the memories, the
Yeah,
memes.
that's it, the memes and the photos, which is what this person said. So we agree. So someone here said no favours, but welcome/thank you gifts for our overnight guests.
I do like a hangover kit, not gonna lie. And a
I
little
think
welcome.
that's, yeah, I do.
Little,
welcome
that's quite
pack.
cute. Yeah, you
Cute.
know, if you got like some
Yeah.
little snackies in there, a little bottle of water,
Yeah.
a little, what's it called?
it.
A little Barocca.
Barocca. What's those things you take? Is it you get them a Pro Plus? Oh god.
They are. She gonna be buzzing. Lucas ain't energy. Snap the walls.
No, because I couldn't find any meaningful ones that we liked in our budget.
Yeah, but again, it's only meaningful to you, so I won't worry about it.
Yes, that's it. And also, when are they in the budget? Because I just feel like it's an
Yeah.
extra thing you then think of, and you're like, oh, and it's like not cheap. Like per
No.
person, it's like £3,
Yeah.
and you got 100 people.
100
It's
people, it's a
like,
few
yeah.
hundred quid. Yeah, no.
No favours, but we're doing Polaroids and personal letters for every guest, and we may be going to donate to charity.
Nice.
Cute.
We've spoken about this personal letter thing before, haven't we? I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of effort, but really nice if you got the time to do
Yeah,
that. And if
that's
there's not
it.
anyone in that is going that you wouldn't really want to
Don't.
write a personal note to, like, thanks for
Imagine
coming.
if you've like you plus one of someone that you work with, and you're like, yeah,
God.
cheers for coming. It's a
Yeah,
Polaroid. It's like, would you even have a
cheers.
photo?
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
works
yeah, and a
best for like an
photo with
intimate wedding.
them. Yeah, that's a really
Yeah,
good valid point. Yeah, like a Polaroid with that guest. That's really
yeah.
cute. But have you actually got a Polaroid of every guest? I actually once
How
had
are
a
you
couple
doing
that did
that?
the Polaroid table plan. So it was like a picture of every guest with their name, and then it said on the back what table number they were on.
Yeah,
But there was a few that they really struggled with. They had to like go on Facebook and
yeah,
like download their Facebook profile
yes.
picture.
I was just thinking, how are they getting around this?
Yeah.
Again, but also, if you are doing like actual Polaroids, they are not cheap. They are quite expensive. Like each
Yeah, good
Polaroid
point.
is, when you
Yeah.
buy a pack, I think they work out like £2 each per
Yeah, they are
actual
expensive.
photo.
We've got one of those
So,
little printers, you know, you connect your phone to and then you print out the
oh
photos.
yeah,
And yeah, they're really
yeah.
expensive for the photo paper.
Are
But
they?
yeah, I suppose if you
Yeah,
budget for it. Yeah, it's a
fair
cute
enough.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is cute. So someone says, nope, considering a live illustrator, but don't think we'll be able to save the pounds for that.
I don't think we'll
I
have to
don't,
save. They are expensive, but they
yeah,
are so freaking worth
yeah.
it. I went to a
I was
site
gonna
visit
say,
the other week with one, and oh my God, she was so good. I actually have a price list.
roughly, yeah, I was gonna say, because I have no idea on this. How much roughly would you be looking at for a live illustrator?
1,500 quid normally.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So if
yeah,
you've got 1,500 quid, I'd definitely recommend it. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So someone says, nope, a donation in their name instead.
Nice.
No, kind of think it's completely pointless and a waste of money.
I didn't write this, but bang on the money of what I would write.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, come on.
I think unless it's
So
like
I think,
making your tablescape look better, we went into this very much. If guys, if you didn't listen to
yes,
last week's episode, you want to talk about aesthetics, decor, how to make your tablescaping look good, go back to that. But yeah, like we had that wedding where we had like the little macarons that were the colour of the wedding, like they looked
yeah,
beautiful. And it's a little favour. They were like, I think like £1.50 each. If you got something like that, then great. But yeah, no. Shots
used
is
to
always
be
a good
like,
one as well.
yes, yeah. Something that
Little,
someone's going to drink or eat is quite a,
unless you got to pay corkage, don't do that.
oh.
Because
Didn't you
that's
have a wedding
expensive.
once where they had Fireball? Fireball,
Yes,
and then they
and then they
played the
came
song or
in.
something?
Fireball. They were so good, but the color of Fireball is a really, but like it's like an orangey browny color. So we had to get all the
Yeah,
photos and then put them out on the tables. But that was freaking cool. I'll never forget that. That was awesome.
that's cool.
And everyone had to do the shot when they said Fireball.
When they, Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Fireball! Fireball! And then everyone shot at it. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was cool. What's the yeses then? What are these what are
I
these weirdos saying?
Okay, so we've got someone says kind of we're giving daffodils to all the mums as our wedding day is also Mother's Day.
That's cute.
It's cute.
I like that
Yeah.
idea. Low
I wonder
cost.
how they're gonna low cost, because I mean you can literally, you know, when you buy them in the supermarket and they're literally just like a green
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah. Oh, were they going to
So
give them when they're open or not?
yeah, so when they've said about daffodils, I do just want to say something quickly.
Go.
Bit of a Karen thing to say, I guess, but
Oh god.
no offense to Karens. No, daffodils are actually quite poisonous. Like the
Oh.
sap. So if you are putting it on a place setting, it's probably
Oh, there you go.
maybe not a.
Or she
yeah.
would have got
Just-
married now,
just
so
be
either everyone's
careful.
dead or
Oh,
because Mother's Day's gone. Unless it's
God,
next year
literally.
Mother's Day. If it is,
yeah. Well, that's
maybe.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, have
but
a think about.
yeah.
Or you could put one like a single. You know, you can get them single stem vases. You could
Little
put one in a little vase at
yeah.
every other mum
Yeah,
place
that's
settings.
cute. Yeah,
But
that'd
yeah,
be
I feel
cute.
like yeah. I don't know about the bunch. Yeah, if they're not open, that would be a bit random, I suppose. Don't know. I
It's a
suppose they
stick.
can take them home. Yeah.
True. Yes, something sentimental, or I would have gone to do something to be involved with charity.
Fine. Yeah, no, I like the charity idea, definitely. I've seen a lot of that
Yeah.
in the past, charity kind of
Yeah,
little
what's
cards
the one
saying
you
we've
get like
donated and
that's it.
you can
Yeah.
get little really cute little key rings and little pin badges and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also another one is like I know my friends did like a raffle ticket thing or something like that, but it's like they've paid the money to the charity, so you're still donating to charity, but also your guest gets a chance to like win something from a
Right.
raffle
Yeah,
kind of
nice.
thing.
Don't know about a
Yes,
raffle at a
because
wedding though, actually. I don't know why I said it nice. It's not a kid's school fair, it's your wedding day. A raffle.
I
What
think
can
I
you
mean
win
a
on the
lottery
tombola?
ticket.
Bottle of red wine from the back of the cupboards to the beans.
God, do you know what I
Spa
won from a
voucher.
raffle over Christmas?
What?
I
An
won a
Easter egg?
bottle of malt vinegar.
What? Yeah, no. Let's move on.
Okay, yes, because my fiance had a collection of miniature gym balls we could use.
Right. How many did he have? And if it's if he had like enough to do all your guests, I feel like this is like prized collection, and you're like, no, we're using these for wedding papers. Like, if you've got that many, surely you're like a proper collector.
Yeah. And how have you got so many? Like, where are you getting miniature wine gin
So I
bottles from?
mean,
It's quite
he's been collecting them
quite
from like
specific, isn't it?
he's been
It's
going
quite
to
niche.
breweries over the years,
Yeah.
collecting them. Not a brewery.
Please write in and
distillery.
tell us.
She's like, no, we're using these.
Yeah, these are ours. This is mine now. I've
I mean,
commandeered
yeah,
these for the guests.
Yeah, bottle of booze you can't go amiss, but just make sure you check with your venue that they allow it because
Yeah.
they don't always.
Yeah. Envelopes with name on for place names and a personal handwritten letter inside, no tat.
Yeah, again, we spoke about that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolates, because it's a Good Friday wedding.
Okay.
Ah, yeah,
Easter.
like Easter.
I do think if you've got like a seasonal wedding, you know, like the Mother's Day, the daffodils, Easter egg, like, yeah, it can work.
Just
Although I've
lean
had
into
people
it,
do like
yeah.
cream eggs before and they don't realise how ugly they look on the tables.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? One time I did a wedding, they had personalised M&Ms.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that?
Have you seen
Yeah.
how expensive they are?
They
though?
are ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
ridiculous. You can get like your photo on them, and I'm like, who cares? You're
They
just
had
green.
that. Yeah.
Like
Down the hatch.
they're so expensive. Like I'm talking, I feel like it's like £100 a bag or something, and it's like
Probably.
like not that big.
Yeah. Yes, we're having favours, but I'm being really picky about them.
Yeah, fair.
So
I mean, I don't know what.
maybe some people's that you've
Don't have
heard
a
here
cream
today
egg.
might.
Yeah.
Don't do personalised M&Ms.
Or seeds. People do seeds. I remember once making my friend seed packets. It was all the rage then. This was about 10 years ago or
Yes.
something. And I made them all. I printed all the little packets out, bought the seeds, filled them all up. No one
Cute.
takes them and puts them in their garden. No one.
Oh,
So, yeah, I think I actually did plant
Lovely.
them just because I'd made them and they didn't even, then nothing came up.
just died. Just soil.
They
It's
just
all
didn't even
soil.
start. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Oh dear. Sort of, we're having little wooden Welsh love spoons attached to our menus / name cards.
Have a Welsh love spoon. Martin bought me one as a wedding gift on our elopement because we got married in Wales. I've got it on my
That's really
mantelpiece. Yeah, it's like apparently it like brings you luck or something. But it's
Does
a
it?
love thing. It's like like you would give one. I mean, not dissing your idea because I love a Welsh love spoon, and they're really like ornately decorated. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
But I did think it was more of like something like I wouldn't give you a Welsh spoon. Like Richard would give you a Welsh spoon.
Yeah.
Do you know what
You
I
might
mean?
get
Like,
some ideas. Maybe we're having a secret affair.
yeah, like I don't know how. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Maybe there's different meanings. The one that I have says that it's for like like it's for good luck in your relationship. So
Yeah.
nice.
Well, that was it anyway, but I just thought, interesting, 50-50, because I honestly, truly thought it would have swung to the nose. I really did.
Agree. Yeah, and I do think they have gone out of like I would say it was a bit of a trend. Like I remember when I started in the industry like 15 years ago, favours were huge. They were like people would
Yeah.
have little pots of honey and it would be like be mine and stuff like that. And
I
like
think,
sweet love is sweet with like the
yeah.
love hearts. You could get personalised love hearts
Oh,
and stuff like that. Like they were
goodness.
huge. Everyone had favours. Like that was just like
Yes.
the norm. Like
It's the
that was
done
part of
thing.
my role is in the morning I'd put out the wedding favours. Like
The
but
favours,
now
yeah.
I can't remember the last time I put out a wedding favour.
Oh
It's
my
not a
God, do you
thing
know what I've
anymore.
just remembered? Like some that I really can't stand is
What?
the little bubbles. Little bubbles.
Bubbles. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, the little bubbles. Yeah,
Oh.
not fun. Or the little, you know
No.
those foil chocolates, the little foil hearts, and it's like the worst chocolate in the universe.
Yeah.
They're like from Lidl
Oh,
or
they
something.
just
if you know what I mean?
taste like,
I mean,
you know
the
what I'm like
traditional
about
one.
UPF. Oh.
The traditional one is 5 sugared almonds in an organza bag.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
that is, and
They're
I actually
fucking rank,
used to
though.
follow someone on Instagram whose only business, actually, there's two. One was someone that just did sugared almonds,
Is she out of business
and
now?
yeah, and someone else that just did chocolate dipped strawberries.
Oh, I mean, I fucking love a chocolate dipped strawberry,
I do.
man.
Oh my God, don't get me wrong, but that was their
It's
whole
a wedding
business.
favour, but they need to be in the fridge.
I don't know whether they bought them out as like, I don't know. I don't really
my
know a
mouth's
lot,
watering
but
now thinking about.
I love it. Yeah.
There's the Rock Factory in Great Yarmouth. I'm from Norfolk, people. Do the best chocolate covered strawberries I've ever tasted in my life, and I'm thinking about it now. I don't know what they do. They get like the right size, the right consistency of chocolate, the right chocolate. They are just
Oh, I'm
so
hungry.
good.
Yeah. I think me and you are both in agreement though. Like if we had to say if you're gonna do favours, I think it needs to be probably
Food and
edible,
bev.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
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 Cool.
I do quite like this whole little like photo note thing though. Like I probably could have done that at my wedding really because I only had 50 people, but yeah, just one on my radar. I want that asked.
No, I'm gonna just be controversial here. I don't know why, but I'm just not up for it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Something
I'm
about
not
it.
I think I would struggle to write them because I'm not a very like
Too
emotional
sentimental,
person.
like
yeah, but if
just
you are,
I don't know.
suppose it's cute.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you've got the stamina to do that for like
It is a
90
lot.
people, fair
Yeah.
play to you.
Imagine. And I have heard people
But
say, I think we spoke about this before. The producer on the Help by Sex and My Boss podcast, he did it and he said like it was a really great idea, but after like 30 we were like, Jesus. And there was like a few people where you're like, I don't know what to say to you.
I'm just gonna copy what I've said to someone else and put
Yeah.
your name in.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
I could understand maybe doing it like as like part of your like thank you gift, for example, your you know parents or
Yeah,
grandparents. You know what I mean, on your top table or something like
Yeah.
that. Maybe
thanks for
like
the-
stick to
I mean,
your
I didn't even do.
bridesmaids or your...
I didn't do thank you cards or anything. That's really bad, and it was always
No,
part on. It was
I
always something I was
actually
gonna
did,
do,
but-
but I didn't.
Oh well.
Probably should, but yeah,
Thanks.
something like
Peace
that.
out. Cool. Should we go on to listeners' questions and messages?
Let's do it.
So we've got Hiya Hannah and Hayley. I wanted to know how much of a problem anxiety is a bride on their wedding day. I've just got back from my hen do. It was amazing. My maid of honour did a fab job and I had the best time. But I was absolutely hit with the worst kind of anxiety the whole weekend. It absolutely killed my appetite, made me feel nauseous and like I had a tight knot in my tummy. And I spent most of my bottomless brunch away from my family and friends in the toilets. I couldn't enjoy drinking as I was too scared I'd ruin the whole weekend due to lack of food. So I had a completely sober do. actually not the worst idea in the world, to be fair.
Nothing wrong with a
The
sober do,
feeling,
babes.
no. The feeling has lasted around 4 days now, and while I'm not seeking medical advice, I wanted to know what kind of things work for your brides in the morning to make things chill. I'm so scared the same thing will happen on my actual wedding day, which would be so disappointing. Thanks a lot.
Oh, I do think a bit like what happened on the hen do to feel so like what. Sorry, I'm a bit stumped with this one because I'm like there is natural anxiety that comes with a wedding. Like I get it when I'm managing someone's wedding and I got it on
Yeah.
my own wedding day, but not like a bad anxiety, like an excited
No.
flutter in your stomach when you thought about it. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I don't understand
Yeah.
what would
Yeah.
happen on your hen do to feel like that. So maybe it is just like that
Yeah.
you genuinely have social anxiety and maybe that needs to be discussed with a professional, because I do think
Does.
that in this kind of case like a therapist would be priceless. I know they're expensive, but
Oh
like
yeah, for
spend the
sure.
money, because there must be
Yeah.
something to feel like this at your hen do, unless it was that there was a situation around it, maybe there was like negative vibes or something like that
Yeah.
that caused it. But just going to that would be like just being nervous about going to a party or something, you know.
Do you think it's like the anticipation and also like the pressure to make out that you're really enjoying yourself and you should be really enjoying yourself all the time? You can't
Maybe.
feel anything else but enjoyment and happiness, and actually that's given you like another layer of like anxiety and pressure
Yeah, it could
potentially.
be. Yeah, I mean, I probably haven't thought of it that way because it's just not how my brain operates. But
No.
yeah, good point. Maybe.
I mean, I can say from experience as someone who is anxious, and I was anxious on my wedding day. I am an anxious person, just like in general, like I have
Mm-hmm.
anxiety. So for me, it's like I don't know, general anxiety thing. So it could
Yeah.
be anything. So if that's what you're dealing with, obviously, yes, like Hannah said, go and actually speak to somebody about it, because there are things that you can do that can help, that the doctor can help you with. But from my personal experience, a few things that I've tried and helped me. So I've got the Headspace app.
Yeah.
It's like £30 for the year. I would pay for it. It's priced
we've
to
got
me. It's
that.
priceless. Yeah. The meditations, right? It sounds really cringe when I say it to you. I'm like, oh, what help? But actually, they seriously helped me.
Yeah.
So literally,
Do you know what she
on
could
my wedding
do?
morning,
She
yeah,
could do a little meditation and yoga sesh with all the bridesmaids. Like do
yeah,
a little like
exactly.
group sesh
Yeah,
before you
like
wear her
incorporate
makeup.
it into your day. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it really does, because a lot of anxiety is actually like to do with breathing and stuff. So you can actually stop
100%.
yourself from being anxious just by
Yeah.
calming your breathing down, right?
Yeah.
And if that
Don't
gives
you
you some
think as
respite,
well?
yeah.
Don't you think as well, like when you take a deep breath, it's like the best feeling in the world? Like
Yeah, it's
when
like
you take a deep
it's
breath.
like blowing away the rubbish, and you're
Oh,
like, ah, feels so
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would be good. And you could even say, if you've wanted to do like a yoga session or something like that, and you like wanted someone, you could get someone on Zoom like to do it with you,
Yeah.
like almost like
Yeah.
a class in the morning,
Yeah.
something
Or
like
if you feel
that.
embarrassed, just do it on your own in your room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I actually took a bath on my wedding morning because it was
did.
my way of relaxing. That's what I would do if I was feeling anxious at home. I would take a bath and do
Yeah.
my meditation, and it actually really made me feel very chill. I just took myself away
Yeah.
and just spent that time, did that. Obviously that was on my own, but that
Yeah.
helped for me. Also, I would say make some notes on your phone and kind of like actually look back on them. So like some reasons to be positive and calm. Put them when you're feeling good, write them in your notes page, and then go back and look at them when you are starting to feel a bit anxious. So, like, this is going to be a really good day, or like, this is why I'm getting married, like all the positive reasons, and like keep reminding
Definitely.
yourself of that.
Yeah.
But I think most of all, you need to speak to people around you. So like your bridal
Yeah.
party, family that's going to be
Definitely.
there on the morning. And I mean, I obviously spoke with you, didn't I? You're
Yeah,
my
you did,
friend,
yeah.
so it's a bit
Yeah.
different. But you also, as a wedding planner or on the day coordinator, if they can understand how you're feeling, then like you can
Yeah.
come in and you've got that calming influence on the morning.
Oh, yeah, definitely make sure you've got like a coordinator that's aware that you're like this, because I think
Yes.
having having like your mum or someone say like, "Oh, you look beautiful," is so different to having like an outsider or someone
Yeah.
that understands the industry and can come. Like I would know if someone said to me, "I'm really anxious," I would go and update them like, "Oh, just to let you know, like, well, this setup's going so well. Like, let me know if you want any pictures." Like, just throwing in the odd update or something, to help them.
You don't realise how sort of like, it's invaluable having that support, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I do just think, just stop don't put so much pressure, don't put on your pressure on yourself. Like Hayley said, that's a good point. If that's how you're feeling, like, oh my God, it's got to be the best day of my life. Like, don't put any pressure on yourself. And I think just make sure it's chilled. Like, make sure you got minimal. We did a whole episode on this, didn't we, about wedding morning?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try and find it and link it in the description. Because we spoke about, you know, like making sure to avoid alcohol. Like, I think that's key.
Yes.
Like,
I think so.
Anxiety.
Yes.
But I would also say, like, I was really anxious a few days leading up to the wedding, like getting everything done and loads of things were changing and whatever. But on that actual day, like, it is just, I don't know, it's just like a different feeling. Like, you're hit with the adrenaline and you're just so excited. And yeah, I don't know. So you might find that you're actually completely different. So I do think if you worry about it, you're going to feel worse. But yeah, just there's, we'll link that other podcast, but it's things like, you know, making sure all your stuff is in order, you know, like you've got all your bits and bobs there and they're all in
organisation.
And maybe if you know you're going to feel anxious, maybe to have a, like, if I don't know where you're staying, but if you're in a hotel, like stay in a room on your own so you can do your meditation. You've got a place to go, like you had your own room, didn't you? So you could go there and take 5
retreat.
And because I do sometimes find like chaos in the wedding morning and that's just going to cause you anxiety. So and I would also maybe just think back to maybe why that might have been the situation at the hen do. Maybe it was like not related to actually being at the hen do, but if it was, like I say, I'd maybe just try and get some, maybe just go, even if you just do like a one-off session with a therapist, just to say, like, I don't know,
you can do it all online now. You don't have to actually go and see somebody in person as well. So if that would make you feel
we would
more
recommend one, but they don't sponsor us, and we know that they sponsor a lot of podcasts.
That's very true, isn't it?
But just remember that obviously this is your day. You've been looking forward to it, and just hope that helps.
Make the most. Amazing. Well, that's us for today. Thank you guys for listening. You know where you can find us. We are on socials. We're at Let's Get You Web Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. You can email us with your listener questions. It's letsgetyouwebpodcast@gmail.com. Also, we are on YouTube, so make sure you go and watch us there. Subscribe to our channel. Like us. Subscribe. Definitely. Leave a good review.
Leave us a 5-star review.
5 stars or nothing. You heard it.
It's true, right? With podcasts, you know, you sometimes look on podcasts and people leave like 2-3 stars. Like, love Hayley. Hannah's a bit annoying. That's not actually one. Probably is. But like, why? What's the point? Like,
no, don't bother. Yeah, what are you achieving?
Too much time on your hands.
Yeah, too much time.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. See you next week. Bye.